For what? Eggs whispering me codes. Interesting, interesting. Alright, let me open these bad boys. Stream manager. There we go, dashboard's open. Alright, let's figure out who modded. Who modded and why they did it. What is that? Oh, that's a notification for my mobile live dashboard. But I'm already in there. There we go. Dude, I like bit the corner on my lip. Like the corner on my mouth. Like inside in my sleep. It's the worst. It's the worst, dude. Let me bring this bad boy down.
Found it sitting in the hallway.
Oh, nice. A little strange that it's in the hallway. Yeah. All right. Hey, what's up, Egg? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Kyo? How you doing? Humor in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Alright, I don't know which one I want. I think I want... I think I'll go for that. You got a 1,000-bit badge for KJ stream. Nice. Heck yeah, dude. So how you guys doing? You guys ready to find out who killed?
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
We've been through 2 already. Do we need an explanation?
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it.
Yeah, I think we get it at this point.
Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone.
I accidentally fell asleep with my chair on,
Smiles,
so now it's out of charge.
It's showtime!
So sad.
Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
We don't get epic light up gamer chair this time.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time,
Absolutely.
spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman.
Spaceman. Somebody's salty.
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Ooh,
Do
she's
not let
angry.
Your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student.
No.
Maybe our
Be quiet,
resurrected transfer
Tsurugi.
student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
That's not what happened. Danganronpa
Say
wouldn't
something,
put a
Shuichi.
stupid twist like
It'll
that.
be a mess if this keeps going on.
When Kaito needs the time to do his hair, because how else can he get it so diagonal? True! He's like gotta do it perfectly. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be a culprit? No. Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
No, because the
They came back
Necronomicon would
to
be
life
burned.
and killed 2 of our classmates.
Look at that Tsumugi being useless again.
No!
Yeah.
So, ritual did work?
Who was
No.
resurrected?
Ah.
I wonder.
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
I like how she says that
Please
as the
stop
picture of him
it!
dead is right beside her. There we go.
That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
The
According to the
Necronomicon was still there.
Necronomicon Monokuma showed us. You have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn the Necronomicon to ashes. Yeah, blah blah blah.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been
Kaito saying
gone.
no, I pitched this. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Exactly.
Now, hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand.
Why? You gonna make it a cripple? That's not nice.
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
No.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
No, absolutely not.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
I guess that is fair.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive.
Yeah, Monodem. He's still alive.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodam's corpse.
You don't care about context. You never want to hear Monokuma called daddy. That's fair. Hold up, I gotta reply to this. Alright. Now that I'm finished with that, let's get back to figuring out who killed.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
Maybe I should have just put it on auto because it's all voice acting.
There's no way
whenever
it's
I respond
possible.
to stuff.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to...
Also, how you doing,
confuse us.
Belgrave?
Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
Hey, yo, cowards. Satch, can't believe you called us cowards.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
And why's that?
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
How so? Dying from assignments? Fair. I've got... Honestly, I don't have too much this week. I have a 5-page paper that I have to do this week.
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So
The
that
lab report
rusty
due tomorrow.
katana
Yeah,
was the
let's
murder
start- Uh-oh.
weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit
Yeah, you
eating
did.
worm.
Hold on.
You went to the classroom, broke in,
He did care about the
and
katana.
murdered the fuck out of Angie. Oh yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
But also...
The
No,
culprit
I
used
don't
a
think it's
katana to kill Angie.
Kyo, but I'm just gonna test this out.
But
Anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So the rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
6
I
finals
did
for
not
one.
care about katana.
Okay.
I was wrong.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, suspicious.
But
Anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So the rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Oh no.
Yeah, why do you have 6 finals for one class? That's
The
weird.
culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in
Kyo's research lab.
Oh, it wasn't.
Damn it.
Wait. Oh, okay, so the murder weapon was originally found. Okay, I thought they said,
the
like, they
culprit
found that.
used a
Okay.
katana to kill Angie.
Yeah.
but
Anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
Oh, wait, front door. Yeah, art lab front door.
You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke.
Ken.
What?
I was wrong.
Oh, what am I... Which one am I supposed to do?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Back door, maybe?
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, suspicious.
No clue, your worst class, too.
So the rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about
some
the katana. Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Smoogi's account? Maybe. Smoogi's account was like that only...
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Maybe for broken. I think...
Found in Kyo's research lab.
Yeah.
but
Anyone could have taken that katana, you
I
see.
feel like the contradiction is in that somebody broke in because nobody broke in. The door was locked.
Just admit it, you
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
That's wrong.
Though it's gone well lately, and it'll be over now. Yeah. Honestly,
No,
I'm
Kyo
so.
would not have been able to enter
At this point,
Angie's
we're
lab.
so close to the end of the semester.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So he's not the Blackened, because the only person who's the Blackened is the one who killed the first person, unless the Blackened killed both.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer.
I
Can't
feel
believe
like
you actually got it.
I feel like it might have been the same person because they probably killed Tenko just in case the seance would work, because they didn't want the seance to work if it did. Makes the suspects Himiko, Gonta, Kiba, or Tsumugi, but Kokichi could have also picked the lock because he's a good lock picker.
Oh, how
Like,
clever.
he picked the lock for us to enter. So he could have entered, too.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
It's the protagonist
Well, it can't
again.
be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Just every chapter except for the second one, it's a... Yo, thank you for Kokichi's butt. Nice name. You followed as I was on Kokichi. That's funny.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their
Lock
friendship
picking
so
seems
readily?
fun. True, true.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
Wait. Can't be Himiko, she was besties. I trust their friendship. Okay. It's gonna be a twist. Himiko's gonna be the one who killed both.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yo!
Following at the perfect time is my talent.
Thanks for the 2 bits, Kokichi's butt. A real talent right there.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
Oh, real nice of you, Mew.
I will
He's
let
the
that
most
remark
sus person you've
slide.
seen in the series.
Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
I don't know. I feel like Kokichi's about just as sus as Nagito was in the second game.
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi.
He's the kind of
Well-
sus that never ends up being the culprit.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez. I'm
Gonta
not the
not
culprit.
You're not the culprit.
I mean, I trust Gonta the most out of those 3. And I also trust... I trust Kibo.
must consider other possibilities.
Tsumugi's the only one that I don't really...
Surely there must be suspects outside the
Not
student
betray
council.
student council.
That's utterly impossible.
It's not impossible, Kokichi.
A
Kokichi's
dead
lockpicker.
ship can't be the culprit.
Book friends.
Why?
Only student council members have.
Nope, you could have lockpicked it. Gonta can never hurt anyone? Exactly. Never. Not Gonta.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
Did you miss last live? You might have. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you did. Angie died. Tenko died.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
Samugi is actually a really boring character. I like that she makes some anime references sometimes because she's the ultimate cosplayer, but that's about the extent of her character is anime references from what I've seen.
I was referring to Kyo.
Shy girl
He
who makes
couldn't have
anime
done it,
references.
But you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Yeah, this is flashback. I don't read flashback. Sus boy gonna sus. Yeah. I don't think he's the culprit, though. He's sus.
Oh, that happened?
But like I said, I feel like he's the
Totally
Nagito
forgot.
kind of sus.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Well, now we know it's not him. Because this is way too early in the class trial. I'll just be leaving and joining because you're talking to a friend. Alrighty, Elliot. Everyone's sus but Kyo because Kyo is God. Alright, Kyo
Wait,
fanboy.
What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
No, Kokichi's fibbing. He's
Culprit
lying.
was me, all
He's
along.
just trying to shake things up. He wants to have fun.
What?
He's actually more sus by trying not to be sus.
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Yeah, he's trying to make it not boring. He wants to be entertained by the trial.
So Kokichi really is culprit?
No, Kokichi's not the culprit.
No,
This is perfectly
he's
in his
lying,
character.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
See, I agree with Miu for once. Yeah, that is what he does.
I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
My brain can't handle that explanation.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room.
Kokichi, shut up, you grape rat.
They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
The back door? Both doors?
That's it.
Both doors were locked last.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
Poggers!
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
It wasn't.
The culprit used a certain tool.
Oh, or it was. The tool the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was... Oh, what? What? They couldn't have used the katana from outside, could they have?
I see it! The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy.
But how the heck did they lock the door with that? If it was stabbed into Kaede?
The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Oh, he's talking about the first case in the first game. It's ringing a bell. Because the gold on the sword.
Anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right?
What is it with golden katanas? Who knows, man. Danganronpa just loves their golden katanas, it seems.
But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that
especially if
might
the
give us
katana is
answer
in the
is
room.
The layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
I'm not following. I'm lost
Angie
now.
didn't do that as part of the ritual?
Seesaw? What?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
They just couldn't have a silver one, could they? They just couldn't. A different purpose? What could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. I'm very lost. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Okay. Oh, I missed a couple. That's okay. What turned the handle of the sliding lock? I don't know. The sword, I guess? Oh, what was done to move the katana to the lock? To make the katana turn the lock. I don't know. Yo, Golds, thank you for the raid. Did it not notify? Or did I just not hear it? Sliding lock was tampered with? No. It was stabbed in the effigy in order to... What? I didn't notify. That's so weird. But thank you for the raid. This isn't Danganronpa. This is Danganronpa. This is a minigame in Danganronpa. What's up, Defoshi? And also, hi, Elbow. It's going pretty well. Golds, what were you playing? How'd your stream go? Hit the right hooker or perish. True. That's how this goes. It doesn't let me. You didn't say hi to me. Oh crap! I'm sorry, Aiden. I didn't. You even have a VIP badge and everything to make it easier to see you, and I still missed your message. I'm sorry, Aiden. I am. Yeah, man. This is Crazy Taxi. Or at least this Danganronpa minigame is. You calling the police? Dang. I need a shout out command? I have a shout out command. Hold up. I can't pause this. Frick. After I get this next answer, I'm gonna shout out my man Golds. Alright. How is the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? Swinging it back and forth? No? Spinning it? Did they make it go Beyblade? They Beybladed it. If only Royas was here to do his job. True. There we go. Is this game in Spanish? They probably have a Spanish version of it. I don't know for sure, though.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding
Glad I'm
lock
doing
as the
well.
effigy
How's school
spun.
going for you? School's going alright. The best game, Minecraft. Nice, nice. Always good. Minecraft streams are always nice. Can I say something in Spanish? Oh, dude. I took French class in, in high school. I don't know much Spanish. I know sí. I know, ¿Cómo estás? Bien. Hola, soy Tragados.
Effigy spun?
So I guess they made it do a Beyblade.
Spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
What the heck?
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
You're always switching between Danganronpa lives so much
So the
tonight.
culprit used the katana's
Nice.
counterspin to push the lock into place?
Le petit beau garçon. He's a little boy. A little beautiful boy. Oh boy. See, I remember a little bit of French.
Spin the effigy's rope.
See,
and then swiftly leave.
I even took an extra French class. I took a third year of French that wasn't required, that put me in the French Honor Society. And, I barely know French. I took the class for the people in it. What does that mean? I just read it out loud. I just translated it. Blair's a little beautiful boy is what it says.
This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked.
Kind of weird, champ. Maybe.
By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Why are you drooling, Samugi?
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Yeah, I mean, the thing moves when we barely touch it.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
What the fuck with this Death Note episode? Are you gonna get arrested for watching the stream? Who knows? Way to figure that out all by yourself, Kyo. Yes, yes. Kyo is big brain.
As long as the spinning katana
You
hit
just
the lock,
sacrifice some people?
it would absorb
Sag.
the position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying
You
until
sleep?
it locked.
Alright, good night, Golds. Have a good sleep. Thank you again for the raid. If anybody here isn't already following Golds, you should definitely go hit him a follow. I have no idea what that one says, Elbow, so I'm not going to risk reading it. Have a good stream. Thank you, thank you.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Emo
Yes,
baby died?
Since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
That's not why was French so that's auto-modded? I don't understand why that was auto-modded. Oh yeah, and Emo, sadly, Ryoma did. Auto-mod do be on some bullshit.
It's the student council's fault.
I keep having to permit the word waifu. Like, it doesn't know that waifu's not a... You think word blacklists work much better in your opinion? Yeah.
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding
Drag it
lock
up,
from the
pointing.
effigy.
This guy over here.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
You don't know why, but you don't like
You
Shuichi?
did say earlier that
Yeah?
you could have picked the lock closed.
I kind of like Shuichi. He seems like a cool protagonist boy.
I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Somebody's name here in this chat's kind of sus for this murder. Well, that's only two names. There's only a Kokichi's, and Korikyo fanboy. So that narrows it down a little bit.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
So if that actually is the case, try to avoid saying stuff like that. Because I don't want it to be narrowed down for me. I want to figure it out myself.
Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Kokichi sounds so funny.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Just call him Grape Rat.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
You hate that boy.
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Why is she saying finally?
What should we talk about now?
The fuck is this game? Yeah, good question, Elbow. Good question.
We must focus.
Let's
not
keep in
on
mind, this is a
Rock's
game
wound,
about
but
people
on who
murdering each
entered
other.
Angie's lab.
Let's just keep that in mind.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I'd never kill Angie!
Nazi ninja, I love you. You're definitely going to jail for this? Dang. Kokichi, just shut up. She's got... Oh.
So, calling all suspects,
You're not wrong,
what should
though.
we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers,
A walking checkers board.
what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
The weirdest Among Us discussion I've ever seen. And the longest.
Not articulate with
Jesus.
words, huh?
They've got discussion
Don't you
time
guys
all
wanna
the way
prove your
up.
Innocence.
Green kind of sus.
They don't
True.
trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Himiko, you interrupted. What are you, fucking rude? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Among Us is just Danganronpa in a nutshell. Change my mind. It's simplified Danganronpa where you don't all die if you vote the wrong person unless it's the very end.
The 2 victims could have been killed
You
by
don't
2
all get
separate
executed.
murderers, you know.
Himiko, you never give 2 shits about Tenko until now. Well, I mean,
So we need to find the first Blackened
she was just starting to
responsible
open
for
up
the
to
first
Tenko.
victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie.
And then Tenko go dead.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless.
Well, the whole reason Tenko was the one under the caged dog thing was because, to let Himiko be able to talk to Angie instead of, you know, her being the medium.
Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko? You hope Buff Boy never dies? Yeah, I hope he's a survivor too.
How dare you! Poor Tenko.
What chapter is this?
Do this to her?
Chapter 3 is class trial. In the top left, it says the number 3.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive.
You know, Kokichi do be spitting facts here, though.
But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
What took so long for Tenko to die?
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko, worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Then stay upset, Himiko. Damn.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth.
That reminds me of the Persona 4
Say her
soundtrack.
death didn't matter.
Face out,
Silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Death Curse.
Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Kaito reminds you of Rohan?
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
Yeah?
Abandoning
That's
someone who
interesting.
died and only thinking about your own survival.
You're talking like JoJo Rohan, right?
That's just
Good old
as bad
Kishibe
as a hit
Rohan?
and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Because that's an interesting one.
Tenko
I don't really see it.
Gonta wanna know why she died too.
Like Kaito's gonna be like, an octagon has 8 sides, right?
So unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to
I'm
get
going
to
to
the
be
bottom
like
of
Jonathan
Tenko's
in a
death.
nutshell.
Not just to survive this trial.
He's Jonathan
but
if
so we can
Jonathan
keep
if
going
Jonathan was
and
raised
live on.
by reptile people in the forest. Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were 2 different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that
So
intentional?
what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
But there was no stabby through the white cloth. People who attended the seance. Kurikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kokichi.
That's it.
Is Kokichi purple, black, or
It was
white?
me,
We'll say
Kyo,
he's purple, because there's
Himiko,
nobody
and
else who would
Kokichi.
be purple.
So those 4 are the culprits.
All 4 of them?
Himiko still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
He did.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes?
And what is Kaito?
If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equal.
Oh, actually, Kokichi might be white, because his outfit's fully white, and I don't see anybody else whose outfit is completely white, so Kaito can have purple.
The seance
Because
wasn't
he's kind of like a
entirely in
purplish
my
red.
control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
It was Himiko who suggested the room. Yep, it's flashback. We don't read flashback. We remember it.
Right.
Also,
Oh
I should
yeah,
not
Kaito
limit
could be
our
pink
suspects
and
to only
Kokichi
those who
purple.
participate
I forgot that
in
was pink.
sequence. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A point of entry from outside. He must be referring to the hole in the corner. Right there. Is it there?
Oh no!
Oh, wow. I lost all my health.
Is this?
Yeah, retry.
We can't let it end here.
Yeah, I forgot an entire color. Kaito would be pink.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so effigy.
Oh my, this stuck me this far back? No to save this time? You can't save. There's no save points in the trial except for the middle.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner! Finally! Someone finally
Why-
called me a cop!
Why do I have to listen to that? Why can't I fast forward through that?
Doesn't matter if she.
Yo, Isaiah, thanks for the raid.
Suspect Rangers?
I agree. Those under sus-
Yeah, to stop. I was still holding escape. It stopped fast forwarding itself. The stream was crashed. You also have to do something. Alrighty.
I'm not gonna let.
I'm sorry to hear that your stream crashed. Hey, thank you for the lurk. Come on, just bring me to the picture already.
That's it.
What does life do? Nothing, just means you're not here. Yeah. It's basically just you leave the stream open.
I was wrong.
What is it? It's a hole in the floor, right? But I don't know where is it the floorboard right there? Jinko's atop the entire seance. Where? What? Oh my.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, they didn't possess Tenko. What the heck? What am I supposed to examine?
Oh no.
Kyo, we don't know. Tell us. Why do I have to be the one to tell everybody? Yeah, floorboards under Tenko. What?
Is this really the end?
Alright.
We
Retry.
can't let it end here. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let
Yeah,
it
the hole in
go,
the corner of the
the
room.
rope
That's
would
what I was
unwind,
thinking.
and the effigy would
But it just wasn't.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play. Finally! Someone finally called me.
Why? Why do I have to listen to that?
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure.
All right. This is literally an empty room. The wall, maybe? The floor?
I was wrong!
You got it? What might it be? I'm so confused.
I was wrong!
That looks like a hole in the ground. Empty floorboard. Well, yeah, but I've tried that.
There!
What? I clicked both corners.
Floor, right?
I
Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's hard to type all of a sudden. Oh.
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. the true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
It's true there's a little light you can move around on the floor, but is
The
that
culprit
possible?
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have
Function to get under the floor.
Okay.
Oh no!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Yeah, what are we supposed to say?
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could use that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room.
No, we would have seen it in the hole in the floor. We would have seen his light.
I said hold on a second.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Would be like, I have no idea what that means.
You see, our
Villain had a light.
light, you mean
Candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second. Kibo could have used that function to get
Under the floor.
and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
Okay, that was me being stupid.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders. Hold on a second. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain
Have a light.
That's wrong!
Let's go. We would have seen that light.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You didn't. You
have
make that
accused me
function
of
for him.
being
Yeah,
the culprit
exactly.
More than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness.
Might have brought a candle.
Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
It was lined up funny.
To think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit
I don't
find
think so.
her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
That's like Danganronpa
Boy,
2's first
that
trial.
sounds really familiar too.
Seesaw.
But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh,
I hope that's not a hint.
So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares?
Happy birthday, Mew.
Messing over
Is
that
it Mew's
won't get us
birthday?
closer to the culprit.
What's up, Julian?
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not
Mew, it's
during
her
seance?
birthday.
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she?
We're not big Mew fans around these
How could
parts.
someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
Yeah, flashback. We don't read flashback.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
We dumb, but we struggling though.
Killed when the room
Yup.
was dark. It was a different time.
Always a struggle.
Different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads. Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
What's that mean? Wait, what would Mew be? What do you mean?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
Yeah,
What
Mew.
about moment
Stop being
Cage was
stupid.
lifted?
She might have died when the cage was lifted.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
I don't know.
Oh my!
I don't know about that one.
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Himiko lifted the
Then
cage, but
obviously
there is a
Himiko
chance
was the
that
culprit.
maybe something was set up to her as soon as it would.
No,
No, there was blood already before it was lifted.
When
Oh,
Tenko
boy.
got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about
Yeah.
moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
No,
When
what?
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
What
So who
is
lifted the
going on with
cage?
Mew? What the hell?
It was me.
What?
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
No. No.
Oh no!
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done.
Any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted. What about moment Cage was lifted?
You gonna be right back? Alrighty.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
She was under the cage.
And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
What the hell is she talking about?
So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage?
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
No. But that's not why it's no. Damn it. I feel like something contradicts that Himiko's the culprit.
It wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
Maybe it's the marker stone, because if the marker stone was on the opposite side or whatever.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
What if the marker stone was painted with glow?
Go real fast. So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage? Obviously, Himiko is the culprit.
Is this...
Maybe using the white sheet one.
We can't let it end here.
Maybe. Maybe.
When Tenko got killed,
It wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage.
I missed.
And she was dead when the
Cage was lifted.
Okay.
What about moment cage was lifted? When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko.
Oh, when cage was lifted.
No one saw. So who lifted the cage?
Okay, finish talking, finish talking.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
Yeah, she was.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Alright.
That's wrong.
Thank you, Elliot. Thank you. Saved me from taking a trip to Google.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
Oh, yeah.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If
Oh, well.
what?
If...
But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
the only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
What?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Okay. You shut up, we're trying to live. Exactly.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
Nope.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. she wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
Okay.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No, not that.
I was wrong.
The
Yeah.
blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through
There you
your
go, the
words.
marker.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself
Poggers.
was about 3 feet tall.
Don't talk about Kyo
Sickle's
like
blade
that.
was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
True.
Yeah, no worries.
Gonta.
If
Gonta.
Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Yo, welcome back, Isaiah.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
I mean, YouTube? Yes.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that.
There's somebody Danganronpa
Screw
streaming. I'll
spirits.
follow streaming tonight. You can't watch all of them. Oh, dang.
Stop that now.
But yeah, the main YouTube, the only uploads that are important are like the most recent 5.
Tinkle?
Because,
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tinkle?
What if Tenko
because they're the
killed
only ones I
Angie,
put work into and
then
actually
Angie's
edited.
Spirit came back
And the
for
VODs
revenge?
channel is where I just post
Like I
VODs,
said, that's impossible.
like 24
Spirits
hours
can't be
after.
culprits.
Well, whatever I remember to.
Then
I don't
explain
do
how
it
the
24
culprit
hours
killed
after.
Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
Or 4 other people streaming.
See?
Dang.
You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that.
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they
What?
were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
How would they hide inside the...
No.
You
If there
subbed?
was
Thank you.
someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to. Okay, yeah. I knew it. I felt like that was a stupid choice, but I wasn't sure. What? Who could be Himiko?
I
No.
was wrong.
No, wait, I'm choosing the killer right now? Well then who the heck? Herself?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
I think I'll do it for me. I haven't got time yet.
saying
Hey, don't worry, man. Don't worry too much about it.
she committed suicide?
Suicide?
Why?
If she committed
What?
suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
She threw it under the floorboard.
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Wait, but there's no way she threw it under the floorboard if she was dead.
After stabbing herself with the sickle,
Maybe she
threw it
killed
underneath
Angie and
the
then
floor.
killed herself?
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
But if she's stabbed in the back of the neck,
It
then...
doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Yeah, flashback. I don't read flashback.
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
Why would she want to take us
She
down
wanted
with
us to
her?
pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Shut up, keep facing for survive with me and everyone else, blah blah.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
You're an expert in that field, aren't you, Kokichi?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now,
Her
let's
hands are
agree
so
to
cold.
disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
L.
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. but I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta, no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Oh?
Is there a reason?
So it's not suicide?
Yes, there is.
Cries?
Will you trust me, Maki?
Don't tell me why
If it
you
turns
cry.
out I'm wrong,
Unless
you can
it's something
blame
we've
me all
already
you
seen.
like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Wait, I have the blind playthrough tag on, right? Oh, I don't. Okay. I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance. It's flashback. I don't read flashback. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was a suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied at that. And if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Ah, because Tenko would try to take all the degenerate males with her.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
What did the Monokuma file say?
That kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
No. They don't.
So
yeah.
far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Sickle.
Finally, with the last of her
Strength.
No.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to
take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought
The sickle.
No.
I was wrong.
The wound was in the back of her neck. How would she...
Her plan was to take us down with her.
So she hid her true intent.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle
And then stabbed herself with it.
finally with the last of
Her strength.
No. Okay. So it's not the
I was
Monokuma file.
wrong.
So far, suicide seems to be the best
explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her.
Tenko's last moments. Wait, no, I'm stupid. Okay, wrong button. I meant to left click that. Okay. I'm just gonna skip through.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit. So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her.
No.
Oh no!
So far, suicide seems to be the best
Explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her
Strength.
Damn it!
Alright. Oh, we're gonna have to restart. Yeah. Who no one knows how sickles work. In a crouching position, you can't stab yourself with a sickle. Yeah.
We can't let it.
Like, that'd be really hard to stab yourself with, especially in the back of the neck with it.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her
Oh no!
Maybe a lie bullet?
So far, suicide.
I don't know.
seems to
I
be
don't think
best
this is the
explanation.
type of situation where I would lie.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the
It might work.
Brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
What would I lie about, though?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it explains how she died during the seance.
Secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Damn it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Maybe Tenko's last at the...
So far, suicide seems to be the
Maybe.
best-
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could secretly brought the sickle, and then stabbed herself with it. Finally, with the last of her strength.
I
What?
revealed the truth.
How, though?
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
That's not a lie. That's just what happened. Why is that a lie bullet? Oh, because her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't. Yeah.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
So, why did... Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
I could have just said that she was in shock after getting that thing, because you can't really do
It's
anything
okay,
if you're in
Kaito,
shock.
really. No
Because that's what
apology
she
necessary.
said. And I wouldn't have had to lie.
Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
We heard a sound.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that'll help me solve this mystery. We heard a sound. Sound during
Did anything
seance.
seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance
Kaito, please
failed.
don't start stuff now.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How
Wait, no,
utterly
it wasn't
strange.
perfect. It wasn't perfect. I'm glad that missed.
Now that I think about it,
There was a sound in the middle of it.
Singing the song, I heard something fall.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything
Seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect.
Oh wait, no. I did that at the wrong part. My bad.
Did anything seem
Out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Blah, blah, blah. I heard a sound. Are you kidding me? What? That didn't miss. That was right on it.
My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
That is so stupid.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange. Now that I think about it, while you were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
There we go.
I agree.
What the fuck's happening? The class trial. Did you miss something? Angie and Senko are dead. We're trying to find out the killer.
You think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Yeah, some of the trial.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud.
Himiko's kind of
It did
cute.
seem like something
Yeah.
hit the floorboards.
No, you can't save. You can only save at the intermission. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark.
Oh no!
Okay, so not that.
This is it!
Okay, so loose floorboard.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
Who do I think is the killer?
The sound of an
Honestly, I'm not
intense
sure.
impact.
If the impact was that intense,
If you go into an
then it
investigation
could
with a
loosen the
suspect in mind, then that could cloud your judgment, so I'm trying not to assume anybody yet. That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. They tried to make Himiko annoying. I mean, what Himiko says can be annoying sometimes, but she's cute in general. But what was it? What could it possibly be? What could it possible be? A little bit of a typo, I see.
All right, then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
We killed the emo baby, the maid. He had no will to live, and he was an easy target, so the maid went for him because apparently she was actually the prime minister. And she cared about her people, so she wanted to get out to help her people. She was told that something was going to happen to her people.
Considerable force.
Someone
So
who
she prioritized
participated
the
in
country over
seance.
us.
Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
Crosspiece.
But
Crosspiece
that
falling.
statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and balls are the best of friends?
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable
Force.
Someone who
who participated in the and tore off the floorboard.
No.
I was wrong.
So what made the floorboard come loose? Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force. Someone who participated in the fight. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide
Under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't it either.
Oh no.
Agree with the last one?
So what made the floorboard come loose? Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force. Someone who participated in the fight. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound. Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
Is that the last one? No.
Hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Not this one.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Nice.
I agree.
Yeah, the last one's Miyu.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
I agree. Miyu has experience
The
with
floorboard's
balls.
perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
Oh, you think it'd be funny? Okay. What do they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the crosspiece that he cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the crosspieces was cut. The other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. And the other was in the center, right? About where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Was a blonde a horny? Yeah, Miyu. Think, come on, think. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize I had so little health. Damn, I made too many. Man, I'm making a lot of mistakes this trial. This one's kind of hard.
We can't let it.
Okay, so it started with an S. S, E, E. Seance? No. Seance isn't spelled like that. Seesaw. 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 Seesaw effect.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yeah? A seesaw?
That's your favorite rhythm heaven game? Nice.
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning If you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
A seesaw, well, look at this diagram right here. It's a playground thingy that is like a line and it's on a thing and then it goes like that. And two people sit on each side and they go up and down on a playground.
A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick,
You call it a sube baja? It means up and down. Oh.
the
Interesting.
placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
A floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? One place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. Between the victim and the floorboard? No.
I was wrong!
Top of the cage.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage.
Oh? Oh, and Kiyo's the one who placed the fabric down and back up.
Also, the wooden statue kept
Oh no,
the blade in
Kiyo.
place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
Would you want something interesting to answer her?
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position.
Tenko was the one who placed the cloth. I mean, Kiyo was the one who
Blade
placed the
acting as a
cloth
seesaw,
over Tenko.
It could compensate for the blade's length.
So that's kind of sus.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim.
Yo, how'd you know I wanted to become famous, Mr. Botman?
That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Old-fashioned? You've seen this before, Mew?
Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
K is for knife. True.
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
What if somebody did just walk up to somebody and stab them? Like, no reasoning. And, no plotting. It's just the middle of the night. They just stab and then immediately dead and then no evidence behind. They just take the knife to their room. What if somebody did that? They'd probably get away with it. if they didn't use one of these over-the-top methods to do it. If they just kept it simple. The simplicity of it might help you get away with it.
Yeah?
In this. I'm all speaking hypothetically in-game. In this situation. In the killing game situation.
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Someone in the middle of Atrial? The heck is Atrial? Oh, a trial.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Hypothetically in-game.
Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared
That would be
beforehand.
boring, but I feel like they'd be more likely to get away with it if it's just that simple.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Yeah, 3 empty rooms. Which one should we use? The middle room. Middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one
So-
who chose the site for the seance!
Akio was the one who set the cloth. Was it just luck
She
that
likely found out
they
about
picked
my
the middle
plans
room?
for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She let us all
just
in
me
the
as the
holding
Nazi to just
seance
speak
right
like a
where
British?
she wanted it.
Maybe. Maybe like a little bit. He
Then
does have a really good
she
voice.
killed
I like
Tenko.
Kyo's voice.
All according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko.
Like a British.
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Man, it would have been Himiko dead if Tenko didn't. Is it true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea? But does that really mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Intermission. It's time for the intermission. Let us save the game. My feet are cold, but I can't find any socks, dude. This sucks. It's like so cold in my room.
Well now.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim Quiz! A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz? The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
I'm sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here, me! Remember, kids, the key to a proper murder is to have fun and be yourself. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right!
That's the right answer, Monodam! Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there were no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
You don't need to reveal the kind of behind-the-scenes details.
All right.
Dying makes you more popular. Then we gotta die soon, too. Oh, you will. I mean, every chapter, one of the Mono Cubs dies. There's that pattern. I've noticed that pattern. I've caught on. I caught on in the first chapter. I was like, oh, so is one gonna die every chapter?
This is my impression of a
Spooky, scary ghost. What that was your first.
But impressions of them are too scary!
Alright. Alright.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary?
What the heck is
Sweet buns.
post-hummus?
Yep. Tasty, tasty sweet buns.
Dude, it's a class trial. There's gonna be a lot of debates.
So sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Huh? Did
So you
hear
said you know everyone who dies and lives. Did you just, like, look them up and get them all spoiled for you? Or do you just watch a lot of Danganronpa content and just have never played the games? Because you also said you never played a game before. Unless that was someone else.
Answer us, Himiko.
My pronunciation's killing you? Oh, I'm
You
gonna
chose
guess
the
I
middle
pronounced it.
room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
On unrelated topic, do you guys consider jacking off to be a sport? Some people can label goddamn kite flight as a sport and fucking golf a sport. The jacking off should be a sport. Can I get an amen? Amen. You've been in the Danganronpa fandom long enough to know them? Ah. Wait, they're a Danganronpa Wait. Wait. You guys are telling me they're Danganronpa games? What have I been doing this whole time? There were games? First death you ever saw was Leon. Well, that is the first death in the series in general. I mean, first execution.
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
He thought this was a reaction
She
channel.
needs to defend
Yeah, me
herself.
too.
Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I'm not playing this.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Not even Sayaka. Oh wait, you didn't see Sayaka's death before Leon's?
No, I'm not listening.
He just saw all the deaths. Then he saw Ryoma's and thought that was an execution. Ah. First death you saw was Phoenix Wright. Yeah, the first Danganronpa execution was Phoenix Wright's, man. That was crazy.
Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care.
A few people die in those games.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then
I mean, you're usually, like,
go ahead.
trying to defend somebody who's innocent of a killing or something in it.
If the suspect isn't into it.
Also said Kaede and Kirumi couldn't be the culprit, and look what happened to them. True.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Her death was the psych in the first game.
My life is riding on the outcome of this
She
trial.
wasn't a psychic, she was a pop idol.
Just shut up. I told you. I'm too tired.
He said we killed Tenko, not Angie. True.
It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
Phoenix Wright not in tax evasion.
Give up here.
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Or you just got lucky. You're the one who.
Impossible.
How would they get?
Himiko would never kill Tenko.
How would Himiko get the scythe there?
Himiko, not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by
Oh,
Himiko's
you meant the
face.
beta, yeah.
Himiko's
Hagakure dies in every beta, every
so I don't
demo.
think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
Every Danganronpa demo has Hagakure get killed, and that's kind of funny. Justice for Hagakure, poor guy.
somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless
Or at least
quest.
from what I've heard. I haven't played those. Impossible.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko.
Himiko. Oh, crap. Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. Why am I not saying this out loud to console her? Why am I saying this in my head? Shuichi, actually say this to her if you're trying to comfort her. We survived, but we can't give up. For the sake of everyone who died. Why are you saying that in your head?
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there?
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
Oh yeah, bloody Kokichi. Didn't Kokichi fall into it? If the culprit's plan were to make Himiko a suspect, they might have persuaded her to choose that room somehow. But how?
Performing the seance in that room was
Himiko's decision, was it not? What if someone steered her into picking that room? Of the 3 empty rooms. Why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there. Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
I agree.
Imagine Shuichi hide from the shots so hard when Kaede died, and I was like, man, fuck all y'all, get executed.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Yeah, Kokichi fell through.
Kokichi will tell you.
Gonta is a pure boy. I agree, Belgrave. Kokichi, wake your ass up.
Too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, you meant, yeah, truth. That makes sense. Yeah, I fixed it in my mind, but I didn't read it fixed, you know? I kind of figured he said meant truth, but I didn't say it. Yeah, no Crosby supporting the floorboard. What bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
Consent. Yeah, very important.
If the
Necessary,
culprit set
even.
traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Exactly.
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Kokichi falling into that, like, well, shit. Yeah, keep your chin up. Live facing forward, please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory.
True.
We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead.
Where's my Gatorade at? There it is.
This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah,
The other protagonist watching this. Oh shit, here we go again.
if I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. so let's do our best.
Oh, you talking about Kaede?
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among
No,
us.
Angie has the little wings and a halo for being spawn of
There you
Satan.
go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's
Yeah,
what I'd expect from my
they were really making Angie unlikable right before they killed her off. It's like, did they want me to not be affected that much by it?
Your soul, bro?
Like, they're like, yeah, so she's crazy and has started a cult now. Oh, she's dead.
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking
What?
about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic.
Okay, weird. Wait, what do you mean you're kin? Like,
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
what's a kin, you guys? I'm lost. Is it like what like K-pop stans have with their bias? Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Oh, that's it. That must be the reason. What must be the reason, Shuichi? Tell me, please. I just have a weeb and you don't know what a kin is? Hey, man. I don't know what the answer is. What the heck is supposed to... The hole in the corner? No? Maybe it's the dried blood under the floor?
Oh no!
What? And fucking use Google? I don't want to get spoiled though. I don't want a spoiler. Doing that's easy to accidentally spoil it for yourself. I've done it before in like class trials and Danganronpa 2 and stuff, but
You can't let it end here.
yeah, the magic circle, but
It's just like Gonta said.
they wouldn't have
Whose
stepped
room
on
was the
it.
same? They were all trapped.
They wouldn't have stepped on it in the other... Well, I guess nobody went to the other rooms, but... Okay, yours makes sense. I think I'm gonna go with yours.
We're all
The
trying
thought
to
did
keep
cross
our
my mind, but I
promises
didn't
together.
think that,
This trial, it's not just for our lives.
I can't skip this one. Kokichi, wake the fuck up. Honestly, Kokichi, come on, bro.
This is it.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to figure out why, like,
Circle at the scene of the crime.
maybe why they didn't go into the other rooms, or maybe why, like, I wasn't thinking about that floorboard. I was thinking, okay. Well, that kind of makes Kyo a little bit sus.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind. They're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Alright, Kyo, you were the one who set the white cloth, and you're the one who made the circle.
It has to be you.
For the answers, you said you used Google. Yeah, I kind of felt like that, because you said BRB, and then you came back with an answer.
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Google is the smartest Dragados fan. Yup.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Now remember, we don't know for sure that it's the same killer as the one who killed Angie. The only one who's the blackened is the one who killed Angie. We have to prove that he killed Angie too, in order for him to be the blackened.
But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo?
Answer already! Did you do it?
Man, I liked doing Kyo's voice. I hope he's not the one who killed Angie too.
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Laughing equals guilty.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
How can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
Because they're Kyo.
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on the exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how? How'd they move around in total darkness? In a room this dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, we can move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used... touch.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
What about Nagito's case? True, Nagito was always laughing. He was never guilty.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. It must have been at the scene. I know it. Oh, another Hangman's Gambit. Okay. The marking stone. Is there gonna be any R? Magic circle. The magic circle. Not the marking stone. That was an L, wasn't it? I guess it wasn't an L. Night vision goggles. He knew where they were on the floor.
The magic circle. They used the magic circle.
He was only guilty in his death. I mean, technically, even then, he wasn't the one who killed him in his death. He just gave himself big injuries to make it look like somebody else did it.
Texture to feel their way through the dark.
And then he still wasn't the culprit in it.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
You got a headache? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
A circle?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of
Just
the
get
room.
rid of the head.
Yes?
True. Amputate it.
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it. Yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
What, Andy's thing doesn't have an X? Yeah, she has like the little halo and angel wings.
I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Yeah, Kokichi checked.
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
I bet he took a picture. He's a robot.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Monokuma just sipping his tea. True. Kokichi be useful.
There's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out. It's too bright.
Kiva's got a good attention getter.
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
I think she's thinking of the wrong add-on. Oh god.
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
These people aren't following proper legal procedure. True. Let's load our last save game and check if it's the same. Of course.
So, what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
So a camera.
Recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
From your mouth?
I also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible.
Kibo pulls out a robotic dick.
Go on.
This should help the investigation.
Okay, got it.
Kibo is our load and save. I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Notice anything? Well, that section right there.
I was wrong!
Okay, my bad. Those lines over there.
There!
Those lines that connect to the circle.
This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it?
The slutter.
The magic circle.
Yeah, bitch, why don't you look at it? It's just so fucking smart.
To the room's corners.
So fuming smart.
Which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds. You're what? Why?
Why is that relevant to the case?
Shit is a great indicator of intent.
How long is Shuichi's arm to reach Kibo from that place?
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Facts.
Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Oh, is that so? Is that so?
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
White
If
sheet.
you are going to
White
claim
sheet's gonna
I
be
am
it.
the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
No, not really.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
False.
Cancel your words. The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly
Would you ever say no, that's wrong? He says that's wrong, but he doesn't say no, that's wrong. Wait. What?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted.
No, he just says that's wrong like a wuss. And he just goes, that's wrong!
So, it was
Not,
you
no, that's wrong!
who killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand?
Different killer.
I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
He's so badass. And I'll do it again!
Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Yeah. Only the first person to kill
You
gets
see,
it.
I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the Blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
So why'd you do it?
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That it.
Oh. Only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
Time to kill the
How could I
IGA
have possibly
cosplayer
killed
or
Angie
not?
When I couldn't even enter her lab.
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly.
We don't know if it's Kyo,
There is
Elliot.
a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Kyo just stabs everyone in the trial.
Of course I understand.
You'll get executed by me instead.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
We don't know that.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't
Himiko just used magic to see if the killer is.
Of course I'm
Nah.
not. This case was an error on
Kyo
my
just fucking
part.
blinds everyone because
Monokuma
he
added
can
that
summon
rule
light at
after
his own
both
command.
bodies
Oh
were
yeah,
found,
from the
yes?
window.
How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot
Okay, that
twists
does make
waiting to
sense. He
happen.
didn't know about that rule.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
We don't know that.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
You guys are
It's too dangerous
jumping
to
on it
vote
too
before
quick.
we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's
Window.
one of you. Wowee! This argument is getting intense. At times like this. The Ultimate Academy is proud to present
The more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yippee! I've been
And Kyo
waiting
just
for
pulls out
this.
4 different Uno reverse cards at the same time.
How are you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists that he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. You just said I'm the imposter, but vote the other guy first. I mean, it is the rules that only the person who gets the first kill gets to graduate and become the Blackened. But he didn't know that. Alright. Vote now, or don't vote yet. We don't vote yet. We don't vote here. We don't vote on 9.
Kibo, we don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not Blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second Blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
I like this minigame. Oh.
This is our answer! It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery.
Angie's murder is the only one that we have to solve.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Tenko's was the one that we solved because we felt like we
Kyo's
had to solve
confession
it.
derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
I'm assuming she's so-called friends can never be on his side. You know. Crap, what was the question? What clue is found at the crime scene that hasn't been explained yet? The dried blood.
This is it! The blood
You know, I was only
found
friends with
under
Kyo,
the floor.
Kokichi, and Kibo.
Maki
True.
found it during the investigation.
Button mash while anime boys pose in the background. That's called gaming.
Floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... well, it obviously happened before the seance.
That's it! The bloodstain
That's the best kind of games, exactly.
Murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Well, it was probably Angie's blood.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Which Among Us colors Miu?
Wasn't Angie
Yellow.
in the research lab?
Just because we found her
'Cause she's
body there
blonde.
doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
And because Kaito already has pink.
Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
He's actually here from the construction of the school.
So the culprit did enter her lab.
I mean, could
waiting
be.
For her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
Who's Cyan?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
It's a good question. Who would be Cyan?
Angie have business?
I feel like Gonto would be brown.
It seems Kokichi's up to his
Samugi would either be blue or cyan. One of those two for Samugi.
And I could be lying right now, too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Maybe Kiba would be cyan and Samugi would be blue. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true? Or... Now Shuichi's blue? I was thinking Shuichi would be black because of, like, his outfit.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
I agree with that, but... Yeah, Samugi's blue, Kibo's cyan. Kokichi's... I was thinking Kokichi would be purple because of his hair.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed.
I kind of agree with that.
Her lab on her own? But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
For the Necronomicon. Leaves Himiko. Himiko could be red. She's got red hair. Oh wait, but Maki. Maki could also be red.
For kinky wax play.
No. Angie was gonna use it for the ritual.
What color would Maki be?
According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Yeah, you need a candle.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
She needs that fire.
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab.
Maki can be black. But we already...
So to go get a candle
we already
from one of the
gave
empty
black
rooms.
to...
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
We already gave black to Shuichi. Because Samugi has blue, Kibo has cyan. And it makes more sense for Shuichi to have black anyway, because his outfit.
Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room.
Maybe he was purple first.
If that happened,
why
no
would
one have
Shuichi be
discovered
purple?
Angie's blood stain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only
Are you
checked
talking
under
about
the
Kokichi?
floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks
You know
to
what?
Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie.
Maki and Himiko would just fight over their colors constantly, and the other one would just have to get whatever's left over after the other one picks red.
This must be a Tua's will.
It just depends on who's faster.
Power of magic.
You know there's always the people who argue over the colors.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah,
As though
Kokichi's
you've
purple.
proven that is fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab?
You cut her forehead to make
It
her
may be
bleed.
possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
You cut her forehead with the sword.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room.
She had a slice on her forehead, bro.
She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
Maybe Maki could be orange? Yeah. Hear back who's the killer? So far, we're sus of Kyo. That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Well, her body. Firstly, the Monokuma file. Okay, so the Monokuma file saying it doesn't mean it.
Oh no!
I don't know, it really looks like Kyo.
The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why.
But yeah, you said you were scared of Chapter 3 because you felt like Kyo was probably going to die because your favorite characters always die Chapter 3.
After Angie was knocked
This might be an
unconscious in the
unfortunate
empty room,
coincidence.
she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now.
He did admit, yeah, he did admit to one of the murders.
Angie
But that was
was
the
back
murder
in the
that
empty
wouldn't
room,
make him the
carried to her
Blackened.
lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear.
At least
I will
Bedbug
not
Gonta's
back down.
not gonna die. True. You Chapter 3.
Sweet Pinocchio.
Just like better characters. Hold up.
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Oh god, Kyo's crazy. What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
I spent some of my free time with this man. Is that his sister? I don't know. I'm just gonna refer to them as they now, cause I'm not completely sure on this topic now. Are they pulling a Chihiro on me? Or is he just got that split personality? Or like, are they pulling it? Oh, like I said, Chapter 2, a mix of the two big reveals in Chapter 2 for the first one.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries.
Both a gender swap and multiple personalities?
Fog. Nothing is clear at all.
Angie
Bloody
was
duct
attacked
tape?
in the empty room first. And then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion.
You did think
Angie's
Kyo was
two
a girl at
external
first?
wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit
fluid,
carried
maybe,
Angie's
yeah.
body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Okay. Wait, the duct tape.
Damn it!
Like I just said. Because
say
he
the
taped
culprit
up the
carried
hole.
Angie's body?
He taped up the wound.
And not a single drop of blood fell?
Because he taped up the
hallway
wound.
and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
I'll
The
cut
tape.
through your words.
My non-binary child.
There was evidence left at the scene.
Jill Sandwich
Bloody
hype.
tape under Angie's body.
I'm gonna guess you've been playing RE1, Riku. Gonta and Kyo are your favorite characters. I do like Kyo. Kyo's a cool character.
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of.
Toko x Chiro.
but since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the emote. I see it. I'm gonna guess it's a Jill sandwich.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Well, Keo, you had a good run. I haven't spent some of my free time with you. You're a good character, but you killed two people.
You.
Wait, it was a double kill this chapter.
It's you, Keo. You killed Angie.
That's just like, chapter 3, double kill. That's like a pattern. Jeez, there really is a pattern in this. If he was by any chance the killer, all we had to do was only kill Angie and no one would have found out. I mean, he was probably, you know, honestly, yeah. And not bring up the seance or anything. He probably would have gotten away with that. Maybe.
What the fuck? So it's true.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why? Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident? So we could have voted about an hour ago. Hey, we had to make everything clear first, though.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
If there was any doubts, we wouldn't have been comfortable voting.
Huh? Which one?
And at the time, we only knew that he did one of the killings. The murder, that was an accident. And that was the one killing that didn't count. Was Angie's death accidental?
That's it.
Did he accidentally kill Angie?
Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
I'm sorry,
That's right.
man, accidentally killed you. Shit
originally
happens.
planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
Oh. So it wasn't an accidental death. She just wasn't the first target.
On the culprit setting up.
Poggers.
Killed.
Poggers. Let's put everyone's name on a roulette wheel. Poggers.
Then we should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Can go in heaven, so you'll get more tea. You've been on the stream since you're 8. You're gonna go now. See ya. Alright, see ya, Zaya. Thank you for stopping by. You didn't redeem another Poggers, Riku. I'm not tricked by that. Please vote legit anyone else in this trial. I am kind of curious as to what happens if you vote somebody else. One count of first-degree murder, one count of second-degree murder.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
What is it? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit. So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it?
Calm yourself, Korekio.
Yes.
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter.
You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver.
Poggers.
Their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
Poggers. Poggers.
Yeah, you're right.
Poggers.
What the hell's wrong with him?
Poggers.
It
Oh
almost
my
feels
God.
like he's talking with someone.
Poggers.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how
Jesus,
loudly
Mew,
you
it's
protest,
2020.
This is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations.
Did I do all the
Not
poggers?
a single one of
I'll
them.
just do an extra, just in case. Poggers.
See, there is no evidence
P-
that
poggers.
I killed Angie. No.
Poggers.
I will not acknowledge it.
Poggers.
I will only acknowledge facts. True
Poggers.
events. I won't
They're still gonna die.
mystery.
Like, that's not gonna. Poggers.
Won't
Poggers.
acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Poggers.
said. Good job,
Poggers.
Yes,
Jeez, how many cool bucks do you
thanks.
have? Poggers. Poggers.
Creeps me the fuck out!
No evidence? There's no evidence that he killed Angie?
What?
Oh crap.
You do realize
You're wrong. There is evidence. Okay.
bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the
Poggers.
empty room.
Poggers.
That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood.
Poggers.
Apologize. Come on, apologize.
Poggers.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Come
Poggers.
Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Poggers.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Yes, I'm not the culprit.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply... Why must you force your delusions on us?
Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
Your logic.
Let's ignore those parts where I was messing up a little bit.
Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
Your logic. I told you I am not.
Looks
the
like Yusuke
culprit.
from Persona 5.
So why are you looking at me like that? You're all
Wait, wrong button?
Not me.
Okay.
Korekio
I keep
speaks
mixing
the
up
truth.
W and I mean A and D.
Sorry, lot.
Apologize.
I forget the A's on the left.
Apologize. Apologize.
Okay.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
What?
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Okay.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
What?
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking?
Okay. Restart the rhythm game. Restart the rhythm game. the fuck's happening? I don't like this minigame. It's
I
just a
have
rhythm
nothing
game.
to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit, so I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit.
But Poggers!
You are Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Correcchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Correcchio. To continue this... I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Oh no, I messed it up. It's remove floorboards. It's remove floorboards.
I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here.
Apologize. Almost like because.
Keo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
They ruined your favorite thing. Sad. Poggers, I think. I think that was an unredeemed one. Yeah. I mean an undone one. Yeah.
Murder weapon.
It was bloody.
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Bonk. She got bonked.
Keo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How? If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick.
I missed several
It means the
poggers.
culprit knew about the seesaw.
Poggers.
So the
Poggers.
same person
Poggers.
killed Tenko and
Poggers. There you go. There's a few to make up for it. Poggers. Dang, man screaming.
I believe that while Keo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board. When
Angie walked in.
Floorboard.
All you can do
I'm putting
now
the
is
poggers.
accept
What's
it.
chat's opinion on mac
You
and
even
cheese?
confessed to
True.
Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end.
Yeah, killing Tenko really gave him away.
I'll leave the finale to you.
That was a mistake.
Bring down the house.
Wonder why he did it.
Shun-Chi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Keo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Starred. Who is the culprit with the saw in the empty room? Three decent human beings join the cult of Cheese and Mac. What's compressing the injury? Tape. But I don't think we have tape yet. Yeah. A weapon killed Angie. This comic's reversed. What is this, Asia? Come on, man. Can you just please say the next time on Game Grumps so Kyo can live, please? We're gonna see the execution next time on Game Grumps. Noko Kyo, he has to do it. So many mixed emotions. Wow, I'm on a roll. Can't dice, that wouldn't be poggers. We want blood. Monk, yes, you guys. Neji's body was found. Who unlocked the door? That's Kokichi. Wow, I didn't get a single one of those wrong.
This is the truth of the case.
Right, can we talk about today's sponsor instead of bloodshed? Today's sponsor?
Let's look back at the first
It's
murder.
Kia's execution.
It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance.
If you kill somebody, become a blackened, and don't get away with it, this could be you.
To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room.
True sponsor is It's Punishment Time!
To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
The fuck is this discussion so long?
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened.
Raid Shadow Punishment.
Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces.
Can we go Samuki
Angie
instead?
might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head.
The only accurate thing to a real child is that they have to say everything 74.3 times. Yeah.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab.
It must have to be chapter 3 every time. Chapter 3 is just rough for you, man. It's rough.
While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence,
Three's a lucky number.
we may never have figured out the culprit's trick.
Best character always goes in chapter 3.
Carrying the supplies they needed.
I don't know, I feel like the best characters in the first game survived.
Locked the front door from inside.
Well, actually, one of the ones that died in chapter 3 made me sad.
And took out the katana they brought from their own lab.
I would have rather Taka survive than Toko. Yeah, Monokuma's still alive.
Finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking
Well,
the
at least
room.
you killed Angie and Tenko, so I'm glad about that at least. What happened in the glasses, Monokuma? Died. Also killed by Monodam.
Near the rear entrance.
I guess admitting Toko's one of the best characters. No. Taka is a good character.
And
Toko?
spun the effigy around to twist up the
Toko
rope.
got better in Ultra Despair Girls, but she was god-awful in the first game.
After enough turns, the culprit
Every
looked
chapter,
up
one of the
and
Mono
headed
Cubs
for the rear
dies.
door.
That's a pattern that's going on.
Once released,
So one of them's
the
gonna
effigy
die in this
began
chapter.
spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it.
Wrong vowels, bro. Yeah, wrong vowels. Taka's a good one, not
The
Toko.
handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock.
Hope the pink
locking
Monokuma doesn't
the
die.
door.
Oh, it will. It probably
A
will.
difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch.
So in this case,
The
Monotaro is
culprit
fucked.
also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times.
That's just good parenting right there.
Once
True.
complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed.
It's
There was
interesting
no
how
way
the
for them to
skirt
get back
magically
inside.
stays up. Unless, is the skirt also made of wax, or did they put real clothing on the
Then,
wax
This
figures?
morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one
Gonna go
more murder.
call you when the execution begins. It'll happen soon.
To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed.
Already following in
To
Monokuma's
perform the
footsteps.
seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko.
This is as long as One Piece. True, this is. He's just reading us the One Piece manga right now. I'm surprised they let Kokichi into the same. Honestly, yeah.
Tenko had the
We don't trust this man. Why'd we allow him?
Until it was touching the stone.
We kicked out Kibo, who is much more
Decision
trustworthy
was
than him.
Instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned.
Oh, but maybe
Next,
Kyo didn't
Kokichi
want
and I placed the iron
Kibo
cage
there
over
because
Tenko
he was
in the
worried
middle
about
of the
like
magic
robot
circle.
night vision or something.
The culprit then volunteered to drape
Kokichi
the
would
white
try to
cloth
summon
over the
Satan.
iron cage.
Probably.
We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit.
You hope this never ends like Hunter x Hunter. Oh no, this is gonna go on hiatus.
That was used to kill Tenko.
Oh no, we're never gonna finish this.
While they were
The
covering
execution
cage with
chapter
cloth,
hasn't come out yet.
They secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance.
Never gets execution season 2. No!
Yes, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song.
DLC version.
When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness.
Shuichi's singing face was just
Right after we started singing,
so serious.
the
He was just like,
culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the
is
magic
either of them able to
circle
reach
drawn
the
in the song.
candles?
The culprit felt for the
Are we
song
sure this isn't
and used
SMT?
it to guide them along.
Yo, a Danganronpa Shimigami Tensei crossover would actually be super cool.
And when the culprit
I
reached
feel
the
like
center of the
it'd
circle,
be an interesting concept. I really like the styles and characters in both of them. So if they found a way to like tell a story that used both,
then lifted up their
look
foot
at how short they
and
are.
stomped down hard on the floorboard.
Hey man, don't bully our short kings.
The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top
Man,
of the cage.
so if Tenko didn't volunteer to do this so
Right
that
before our
Himiko
eyes,
could talk to
we didn't even
Angie,
see it.
then Himiko would have been the one dead. Jack Kumo, Mono Jack.
After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back
You're gonna
to
go
the
play your
corner.
Kyo fan game? Alright.
Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
On Kuraiki's epic quest for pussy. Oh boy.
Ironically, the final step of the murder
Jesus, how
was
long is
unwittingly
this?
carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
Hand back, let's watch the eggs.
Higuchi, the ultimate anthropologist.
Hey, we're almost there.
You're the culprit behind these murders.
This plan is so complex, there's no way it would work. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention at all, because I knew what happened.
That's where my
So I wasn't paying
detective
attention to the
work leads us.
recap.
It all fits.
It's punishment time!
Korekio, there are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you
What?
finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
100
What?
friends?
Is that his goal?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
You're so close to 100 friends on
Roger
Facebook.
that. One voting time coming up!
The heart racing excitement as
The heart racing excitement!
Sad. Now
As
kill
the
him.
blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
Alright. I'm sorry, Kyo. I liked you. Unfortunately, it seemed to be you this time.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Orange looking sus. Anybody but Kyo, maybe they thought Kokichi did it. Kyo even voted himself. We all know it's him.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Shinguji. Can you vote on a delegate? You probably can. Because, like, there are cases when it's been suicide. Nice. Yeah, they did on Sakura. Seriously! You're correct again! Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
Alright!
You managed to get 12 correct verdicts in a row. You'll proceed to the bonus round. How is this gonna last that long? I don't think it possibly can last that long. Look at all those coins, we're rich. How did the emo baby die? The maid killed him. She drowned him. And then had his body fed to piranhas.
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
Not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
right.
Yeah, He no need to kill both of them, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive? Hey! Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
I never said I was scared. The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it? Because we're friends, I'll tell you. I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive?
Yeah?
Then why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
From the bottom of my heart. Someone so dear. Someone I long for.
I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart. Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate.
Said he wanted to make up. You gotta go to bed? Alright, see ya, Elliot. I'm gonna make a spin-off show called Late Night with Kyo Fallen. I'll never like Danganronpa again.
None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love.
100 friends don't even talk about killing 100 people, Monka.
No matter what anyone says.
Does he like her because they look the same?
What?
Brandon, with your perfect love life? Fuck you. Some of us aren't that lucky. So to see this lover of yours, you had to escape?
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko? But why did you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his lover.
Yeah.
Calm down. No one will know a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Curse Blue!
What the what?
Hey!
Kyo, who is it? Who's the person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us? No, it's himself. When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see.
I mean, inside me.
Sister.
Yes, the one I love lives inside me. My dearest sister.
Huh?
Sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his sister.
Right?
Well, duh, if you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover? I don't like this.
Whatever is the matter?
It's not that difficult. My sister is my lover.
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply.
How much they want me to dislike this guy? He'll be my favorite.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
I don't like this.
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
Okay, Kyo. I liked you,
sister.
but I had to.
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister. deceased.
Do you understand?
My sister's now a ghost. So her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
You'll never make me dislike him, Danganronpa. Skip, please? Nah. For sister's sake, I've killed many. To send her 100 friends. They were all wonderful people. Worthy of being sister's friends.
Huh?
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Is very happy.
Yes.
Yes, Korakio. I'm very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Korekio. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Well, you know.
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here?
What was that?
What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't try to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sister's friends.
Huh?
Only girls? I see. So we were deciding out who should be the medium. Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. It's gonna be great detective work. You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Miyu, they were all worthy. All worthy of being sisters' friends.
Yeah?
All worthy?
Why, you...
How come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care.
Then...
The second victim could have been me. Tinko died in place of me. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in. So his reason for killing multiple was that he wanted to kill more. That's quite the motive. Yeah, it's a flashback. We don't read that.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko. Huh? Infiltrate? Really? But how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people. Yes.
Can this be?
She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko. Though, I was planning on having you become sister's friend too. Eventually.
No way!
What? You do all that for... Wow. You did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You don't know if you should like gone to this much. Buff characters always die in these games. Yeah, they do. You were interested in the caged child. Just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interested me as much as an anthropologist, of course. But more than that.
For my beloved sister.
I wanted to kill for my sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito, you look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo right now. Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place. But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it'd be a shame to waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. Not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Korekio.
You're such a thoughtful little brother. Wait, Korekio, you're such a thoughtful little brother. But it was bad to get greedy.
Oh dear.
You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those are the circumstances of Korekio's crime. Who needs sleep? I need answers. Exactly. I'm supposed to be asleep right now. Oh, you haven't gone to sleep yet. But who sleeps in 2020? True. I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That's right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister?
But how?
That's wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
Even though I'm a ghost now, I'm always by Korekio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well...
Because death is unfair.
And another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about deaths? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they'd get a kick out of it. If people were watching this?
Shut up!
Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Hell yeah. If I wasn't in the killing game, I would have so much fun watching.
So then...
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. Just don't get caught. I'm a good example. True. Yeah, who gets caught in 2020? Also true. But my role in it is over. I finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister.
Then I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends. But at least I can see her again now.
Korekio.
It's alright, sweet Korekio. Come to me.
Oh.
Looks like you're already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
It's punishment time!
Because I'm a sick fuck. We're all sick fucks. Who isn't a sick fucking Tony? Good point. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
At long last, I finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others.
What?
I can't accept this.
Therefore.
Like I said, there's no such thing as death that can't be accepted.
From an anthropological point of view.
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease? Just get to the killing already. The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept the death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
What?
I...
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate anthropologist, Korekio Shinguchi!
I shall observe.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't just be me and Korekio. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
Okay, what are you talking about getting on with the killing? I'm hungry. I want to go get food. I'll be watching forever and ever. I'm kind of scared for Chapter 4, because Chapter 4 is where my favorite character got killed in the second game. And I guess my favorite character who died, who was killed was, I guess, died in Chapter 4 of the first game. Well, I guess Chihiro's also a tie for my favorite character who was murdered. Was Chapter 4 of the first game. This point you banged a hole in your wall. Who needs walls in 2020? True. Alright, here we go. Korekio's been found guilty. Time for the punishment! Cultural melting pot? Man, his mask must stink. After all this sweat, he's obviously... Oh. Wait. What?
How gory!
No, Monodam, why?
How can this be?
To think, my cute child would commit suicide!
Yay!
There's a hat up or grabs. Let me just snatch that. Chapter 2 is the worst. And you can't come back as a ghost now. Sad. It's so cute! It's so freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along! Monodam committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. Monodam's the one who's been killing everybody, like all the cubs. So now how are the other ones gonna die? It's a melting pot. Yeah. Funny. Funny. Real funny. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right.
Yes, but the other Monocubs drove him to suicide, not me.
Hey.
Hey, who's Monodam? Huh? You already forgot. That's kind of scary. Says Bedak cute? Welp! Looks
Looks like another class trial's wrapped up without incident, so I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster.
Just shut up. How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. This whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think another murder will happen if you do that, right?
Who can say?
What a waste. If none of you were gonna use it, you should have at least let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Like one of them. Yeah, I liked one of them too.
Which one?
I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually.
Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's been just the two of us this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me.
You're gonna go watch YouTube videos where your favorite doesn't die in Chapter 3.
Too bad.
So long.
Farewell. Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
Man, this is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what. That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone.
But
Next time on, I should literally be doing many other things right now. But there's one thing this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yo, they're not brainwashed anymore. Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. See ya, Defoshi. Thanks for stopping by. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Going to do his best.
To keep everyone safe. Gonta wants to protect everyone. But your talent is entomology. I don't want Shuichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah.
Your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent.
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki.
I see. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows?
Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
So you guys are close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner. Especially not after losing 7 people.
You're right. Only 9 people left now.
Well, what do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. Oh, shut up, Mew. That's right. 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away and only 9 remain.
actually,
By that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But,
Just 9 of us.
well, you know.
Humans are like weeds. Too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end.
Shit.
That's totally what the heartless robot's thinking, right? Right?
How rude.
No, I'm not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable.
But you know,
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on a god, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys.
Okay.
Kaito,
Well, of course.
you're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey.
Hold up. Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength, got that?
No way.
I've never heard of such an intense form of apology. It seems like everything is settled for now. Even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko. Anything Gonta can do to help, you can tell Gonta.
Hey!
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Gonta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko's such a liar.
Huh? Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was comprised of just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know.
Right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko's been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
Hey, what are you repressing? What are you trying so hard to hold back?
What? Hold back? Flashback, 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 flashback. That is. Tenko, Angie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you too. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. But I'm so lonely without the both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotion she'd bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying. The tears we shed, I can't even describe it. We were crying about what we'd been through, and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However,
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
alright, see you later, Elliot.
I have told you many
Thanks for
times
stopping
that
by.
I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
Be quiet, Miu.
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead.
Huh?
Are you sure?
Well,
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you just like scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
'Cause of me.
okay.
Yeah, maybe, but you sound like you're bragging, Kaito. But like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito. What?
Damn it! I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
You good, man? That's not a good sign. Alright, let's save. And let's look for somebody to raid. Oh, yo, Creed's live. Bet. Alright. So, hope you guys enjoy Creed's stream. Let me be professional and turn on my stream over screen. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. In 10 seconds. 2 viewer raid, let's go!
Oh my god, it is spamming fireballs right now. Yo, Draganis, thank you for the raid. Draganis, this is for you, brother. I'm so close. I'm so close. Draganis, thank you for the raid too, man. I appreciate it. How was your stream, bro? How was your stream? Welcome, welcome.